Hello and welcome back to Stranded Deep, welcome back to Pacific Paradise, and welcome back to this island we find ourselves on. Last time we were making ourselves a cocktail bar, not cocktail with Tom Cruise, but the actual bar itself, so we can store all our medical supplies in one place. But wait, there's more. We are on the PC version of the game, the Steam version of the game, which means we can run a bunch of mods, including the LOD fix, which means all the objects ahead of us are 3D models and not 2D sprites. We also have Cat's items, which means we get things like the flippy floppies, which help us swim faster underwater. It's pretty cool. And this island itself, this island is called Dizzy's Return. It is available on Steam Workshop, but cannot be hot-linked because the Stranded Deep Steam Workshop is not fully enabled. For some reason, they never got round to doing that. So you can't just give everyone a link. You have to search for Dizzy's Revenge on the Steam Workshop. I mean, you'll find it eventually. You guys are quite clever. But like all things in this game, it was never quite finished, which means we had to fix things with mods. And that's basically what we've been doing for this particular playthrough. And it's been going quite well. We have things like our Arboretum. And in order to help the Arboretum along, we have the no collision build mod, which means we can just put farm plots down anywhere. I mean, these ones are still on dirt, which is the accepted way of putting farm plots inside a house. But also we have the farmable palm. Good. A good source of wood. What we don't have is fruit for breakfast because we have harvested all the fruit. Oh no, you are going to starve and get a little bit thirsty. I think we can sort the thirst problem out quite easily by drinking from... Wait, why am I drinking from the garden? I'm drinking from the garden hose. That's not right. We'll go back into the house and drink from the internal plumbing. Yes, the Build Anywhere mod allows you to build anywhere, including putting a kitchen into your house. Also, Cat's items, buckets. Great! But last time we were working on... Oh, hey, buddy. Mwah. Not the Great White, but that is part of the charm of a Great White Bar and Grill. You just have to have one. We were working on the actual cocktail bar. Now there is a problem. We don't have an upright here. Does it bother me? It doesn't bother me, but apparently it bothers everyone else. That's an easy way of getting around that. Also, we tried putting these leaf piles on the roof, and I'm like, a thatched roof. That seems like a good idea. Unfortunately, I don't know if it works quite well. So what we'll do is we will empty my pants onto the floor by throwing that down. And we will take the lashings and throw these over here. Do we actually have a lashing pile? No. And we can't... Oh, yes, we can. We can make a lashing pile here. Done. Okay, cool. That is everything. Neat. So we have been going through and we've been making sure a lot of the loose items are now contained, either within containers in the storage area at the top of the house, or in piles, because the more physics objects you have, the slower the game runs. Apparently when you're recording, it runs even slower anyway. So we do have a bunch of water skins. We could just throw them on the table of interesting things, but we could also just throw them into an empty slot in the plastic containers, which you can get if you do a New Game Plus. Complete the game, and then when you start a new game, make sure you have the starting crate option ticked. I know people have missed that in the past, which means we should have some slots. Yeah, we got some slots in my pants. Right, cool. Jump up here and jump up here, because I want to do a slightly improved version of this. The thatched roof idea. How many slots have we got? Oh, we got a couple more. I think this is 3 piles. I think we can get away with doing less than 3 piles. So what I'll do is grab these, and oh, you have to look up at the horizon. There we go. Drop that down, and then slap all this in. And you. Okay, cool. Cool. Hippity hoppity. Right, grabs from there as well. You shouldn't need to jump down a second time. Nice. Nice. What's going on with your mouth? Okay, so what's going on with my mouth? What's going on my mouth at the moment is that I've been to work, but I've come home from work. I should be at work right now, but if you didn't watch yesterday's vlog, you won't know that I sprained my ankle quite badly. It's very bruised. very interesting pattern bruise right up my ankle and across my foot, and then very swollen as well. It's incredibly painful, which is, yeah, you can't hear my voice. I'm not going to be like, oh, my foot, oh, my foot. But, yeah, I can't really put my shoes on. So part of my brain is going, yeah, your leg hurts, mate, and the other part is going, yeah, but you also need to get video out. And you couldn't see me gesticulating. Why can't I not make a pile? Oh, because it needs to be in your hand. Oh. Okay, Q and E, rotate this around. And we have a slight problem. So I'm going to walk out sideways slightly. And then left click here. Now, if I try and make another pile, not you, if I try and make another pile, it's going to try and take leaves from here to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a couple of leaves just to make sure that when we make the second pile, we don't accidentally disintegrate this one. Okay, palm from pile, and then make sure it goes out over the edge a bit, like that. Cool. And then we just fill it in, I guess. Grab these. Yeah, so what we've done, they were hanging over, just the ends were hanging over, and I was like, I don't think that's going to work as well as you think it's going to work, old chum. But if we add a bunch to these, put them sideways, it makes it slightly improved. Does it make it slightly improved? It does. We can add 4 piles to the top instead of the 3 that we had before. Oh, yeah. So let's do that. We got a bunch of leaves here, here, and here, but we also got a bunch more. Oh, do we plant more coconuts? No. Yes. All right, cool. We're going to have to plant another coconut. Let's get that sorted. Do a little jump up here, and then a little jump up here, and then grab a coconut. Oh yeah, we should probably also eat as well. Fruit! It did grow! Nom 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 nom. All right. And nom 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 nom. So that wasn't here a minute ago. I guess because it's every 3 days, I guess it grows at the time we pick it. Interesting. Okay, let's throw these 3 down. 1, 2, and 3. Get out our axe. Make sure we've got 56% durability. That's pretty decent. Give these a little tap. 1, 2, and 3. And 1, 2, and 3. Cool. So we should have, what? Is it 5 leaves per? Gives us 15. Neat. Neat. Let's just check that. Yeah, we got a bunch of leaves in my pants. Cool. Excellent. The house. You're looking pretty housey today. Which is how I talk to all of my imaginary houses. Okay. Now is that any better? Is it any better? Dunno. Come on, let me jump up. Oh, is the pile getting in the way? That is an excellent question. I don't know. We can add leaf in hand, look at horizon, make palm from pile. Okay, cool. We can add one here, and then just dump the rest in, I guess. Yeah, that actually seems to make sense. It's not far enough to break our ankles. I suppose we could do the rest of these palm tops. I suppose we could just drag them over to the barbecue area. I don't want a rock in my pants. I don't want a rock. There we go. I'm gonna just fill the top of the cocktail bar, and then we'll sort the wall out as well. Since we got to sort the wall out, I don't know if I like the gap in the middle, but it seems to work. It seems to work. Okay. I mean, we could just put the piles slightly closer together, I guess. That's a lot of leaves. That's a lot of palm tops. We've been storing these for a rainy day. It's a sunny day. It's not raining. It's fine. I'd rather it was sunny than not. Oh. I was wondering about using a tarp as a roof as well, but you can't do that. You can't? No, you can use cloths as walls, but you can't use them as roofs. Oh, that's a missed opportunity. Because because we could put tarps over this whole area. But can't you do that anyway? Yeah, we could probably do that anyway. Why can't I... Wait. Why is that palm top so big? What? Has that always been that size? I suppose it is the top of a tree, yeah. Alright. Bonk. 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 Yeah, of course it is. It's the top of a tree. Why would it not be massive? Okay. Why do I need to make the noise? I'm not the one jumping up and down. It's my character in the game. No, look at the horizon. Now look down again. Now Q and E. Now let's see how close we can get these two. Apparently not that close. Well, yep, that worked. So that will still leave you a bit of a gap through the middle. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Let's grab the rest of these. If we max those piles out as much as we can. Let's see, grab you, you, and you, and you. What's this going to do? You know what? You know what? From the right angle, it doesn't look too bad. It actually looks like a thatched roof or a leaf roof. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Okay. Okay. 1 of 11, 21, 23. How many is it? 30, I think. 28, 29, 30. Well, that's 31. Oh, it's way more than that. Okay. Brr. Well, that's a bunch of leaves up here. We can use them for storage and we can use them for decoration. Ah, yeah. It has a certain je ne sais pas. Anyway, 48% durability. This wall here, there's no upright. And also, there's no upright here, specifically. And I gather that bothers people. It bothers people. So what we can do is we can hit this until it explodes. It's gonna be 30 hits. It's 30 hits for the wood. It's 30 hits for, well, pretty much everything, really. Everything that isn't sticks or driftwood. They took driftwood out of the game, but they never put driftwood walls back in, which is a shame because as a texture, as an idea, it's actually pretty good. My dude, you didn't take the shelf off. No, I didn't take the shelf off. I didn't take the hook off either. I didn't take the hook off either. What's going on? Witchcraft, that's what's going on. Anyway, brick half wall. And rotate it around because it's the insides we've got going. And whoa, what did it do? What did it do? Well, it put the brick bit on the side. But I didn't do it on the other side. Wait, what? Yeah, check it out. So we hammer this in. There we go. We now have the hook is still in place. The shelf is still in place. This is now, well, it's a column. And we've got this down here. Now, if we don't like this, what we could do is remove this wall entirely and replace it with planks. I might do that. Might be a good idea. The other thing we can do is, why do I have coconut in my pants? Oh, wait. We need to make trees. How do you normally make trees? Well, you get a mummy tree and a daddy tree. No. Okay, well, maybe not that way then. Grab the potatoes so they can actually grow. Grow and generate some more fuel, I think. Yep, let's do it. Let's generate some more fuel by running this way. I was thinking, hang on a minute, we're going to need fuel. Yep, something in the back of my brain is just like, you'll need fuel, old chum. Let's grab you two. Alright, this way. Hippity hoppity. Ah, it was a wise decision putting the fuel generation on the other side of the island, so you would actually have to run to the other side of the island and visit the other side of the island. Yes, it was a good idea. And having the landing pad here also helps. Really? Landing pad and the aircraft control tower. Yeah. And you can kind of see the sun is just up there behind the cloud. Right, this will have fuel in it. So we can throw the potatoes in the top. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We could technically eat potatoes. Let's fuel up the fire. Boop, boop, boop. Right. We'll do this. Wait, you've got a lot of leaves on top of your thing, my dude. Yeah, I know. I do. Huh? Huh? No, it wasn't going to allow me to hit it because there was a leaf on top of it. That's not what I want. I don't want that. I want it so I can just grab the things. There we go. Right, because that gives us leaves. And the most energy efficient way of refueling fire is leaves. Yeah, you can use palm leaves, or you can use fibrous leaves. It really doesn't matter. All right, open this. Let's check in here. We have to come in to check it, but sure. Oh, corrugated scrap. That's really good. Oh, more yay! Look at that. More corrugated scrap. Good. I will take the guzzolene, drain that, and then put that in here. Let's put it in the middle. You and all of these can go in there. Neat. You have to go in because the door kind of gets in the way. There's a little hitbox. 5. Zippo. Left click. Light the Zippo. And then... so much easier. So much easier. Also, Zippo's looking pretty... 50%. 34% durability. No, my Zippo. Alright, okay, cool. We'll refuel that. We'll refuel it. Grab you. Take the Zippo and drop it on the beach, I think. But there you go. Not on the bricks, because sometimes the small objects will just fall through the bricks. And then fuel it up from the jerry can, pick that up. 100% durability. Look at it and press 5 and hold. Goes in the tool belt, which means we can let go, press 5. There you go, left click, lights it. Neat, excellent. So that required just under, well, 4.4% fuel. Neat. So I guess that's going to be too much. Throw that in there. Close that. And then go back to the house. Right, so the fuel is being generated, which is neat. We've got some fuel in there. So that's the reason we put things on the opposite side of the island, is because if you have an island that's this big, it's huge, it's quite easy to build a house and all of the support structures just in the corner of the island, and then you just never explore the rest of it after the first pass when you've gone around picking everything up. It just, you just end up like a little hermit in one side. Look at us just hovering above the ground. Our shadow. What's going on? It does appear that we have a shadow. Where's the sun? There? Does the ground not cast a shadow? Weird. That shadow there is from this yucca. So it looks like the light is actually traveling through the earth. Huh. I mean, that's an interesting one. I've never noticed that before. I mean, we've seen it before. We've seen a shadow before. But that's definitely a curious one. As the sun goes down on another beautiful day in paradise. It was a beautiful day in paradise. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta stop and take in the scenery. Take in the view. It is 17:48. So there's the kind of 10 in-game minutes. Which is what, 15 seconds, I think, something like that. And then all the lights will go on. Melody was saying, you did not use lanterns on sticks. Why did you not use lanterns on sticks? And I'm like, well, funny story about lanterns on sticks. 2, 3, there you go. They've been here all the time. Yeah, since I went around and added the lanterns to the house. One of the things that you can do, without a mod, may I add, is to add the sticks to the light hooks to farm plots, because apparently they don't interact with farm plots. So you can just jam them in any old where, and they don't bother the plants. So if you have a bunch of lights around your building, it's quite easy to have like the dark areas where the farms are. Yeah, just stick a stick in there and slam the old lantern on top. I mean, it looks pretty good. In fact, this whole area looks pretty good. We did throw a lantern in the back of this last time. Yeah, that lights that up pretty nicely as well. Okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot to get the metal. So what we can do is grab the metal and make another shelf on the inside. I think we'll do that. That sounds like a good idea. It was a good day. Right, what we'll do is we'll save, and then we'll sleep. And then we will wake up, and it is 6:53 in the morning, mates. Where did the day go? Food and water situation is that we are a little bit hungry and a little bit thirsty. If there's any fruit, let's see. That literally just popped in as I was looking at it. Okay, cool. So we are doing 2 bits of fruit in the morning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so if we're eating 2 pieces of fruit a day, just in the morning, that means that we can chain the fruit. Let's grab that, pop that in our mouth. We're pretty tippity top. Okay, grab that and that and that and that. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. The plants haven't regrown. The medical plants haven't regrown, but that's okay. Let's go grab that metal. We'll grab the metal, and then what we will do is we will finish off the cocktail bar. Oh, cocktails. What are you feeling? I don't know. Do you like pina coladas? It's dry, but sometimes getting caught in the rain. Oh, what if you're not into health food? Like the taste of champagne? Oh yeah, corrugated shelf, there we go. So let's go back. We gotta go back. Let's go back. Let's see. Jump up here, and take a little look at the tunnel. Oh, it's a giant tunnel straight through the center of the island, which was a colossal pain to make. It always is. It always is. When you're starting off an island in the map editor, like, I think I've made a mistake. And then you start adding trees and things, and like, it doesn't look quite that good as I thought it would look. And then eventually what happens is you spend some time with your island and you live on it for a bit and it becomes something else as soon as you start putting stuff on it. Right, so what we can do is we can put this... How far over is this? Kinda here? Close enough. Close enough. So we got an extended bar. Excellent. What are we going to put here? We got lanterns. Turbo air. Tube air. Got some beans. Beans! What? Beans. We got beans and stuff there. I don't know if there's anything that I really want to put there. I suppose we can make some extra medicinal containers, maybe. I don't think we got any more... No, unless... Do you want to finish that sentence? Old chum? Said beans. I don't think we have any more farmed medicinal plants, unless you're one. You're not. No. No, we're literally waiting for everything to regrow, unless it's here. No. Water bottles. Of course. Because you can just clip through into the shelf. If you're careful, you can just... There you go. I think I might have just got rid of one from my pants. Yeah, I think that was... I think I'll take that one because I think that one's full. Okay, yes. 6. There we go. Yeah, that was one from my actual pants. Okay, well, we'll put 10 of baked beans there then. There you go. It's a cocktail bar. And 10 of baked beans. So we got a bigger shelf area. We don't need all this stuff like flopping all over the place. I don't know if I really like the beams there. Boop. And then... boop. Ah. Yep. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't like the gap in the middle, but that's just a technicality, I guess. I do like the green up there, though. That's quite nice. And then we've got the extended shelf. We have the storage for medicinal plants when we get them. Of course, the other thing that you would put on a... will you stand up? Can you stand up? I don't actually know if that's possible to do that. Yes! A little camera! And you can tell it's one of the waterproof ones because it's got the screwed in pressure ring. I think that might be... Pentax did a bunch of underwater, like, point and shoots. I think Pentax might still do a bunch of underwater point and shoots. But yeah, neat. Okay, cool. That looks pretty good. We could probably do another chair if we had a farmable farm. Oh, we got some empty containers. I know what we can do. Let's smash them up because you don't need all the containers you're not using. And if we want to make containers, we can absolutely do that. So we can do this. Done. Right, put that away. 37%. We're okay. The world's tiniest blank chair, which follows the ground. If you've never noticed that, yeah, because it's a physics object. You can't make them bigger. And put that like that. There we go. We got a couple of tiny chairs. Neat. All right, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Right, if we turn that on, boop. Does that make it look any better? No, it just blows out the contrast. Neat. Okay, fine. We can't really do a sort of tarpaulin over the top, I don't think. You don't think? I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure. We would need to have some cloth. Where is cloth? Where is cloth? That's an excellent question. I know I've got some somewhere. We can just make some. That's not a problem either. What is empty containers? Ooh. Morphine. Right, that is interesting. Cloth. Okay. Alright. I don't know if this is going to work. Well, let's see. Let's see. Is it just a little test? Actually, what is a cloth wall? Tarp wall is one cloth. Okay, so a tarp wall would be this. We can't use that. That's pretty stupid, right? Okay, what if we pressed F1, enable build anywhere? All right, F2 scale mode. Rotate mode. Okay, can we rotate this? Scale mode. Could we sort of have like... Could we sort of have it between the trees? I think it might be something to work on. Oh yeah, we can actually destroy it. That's neat. Yeah. It might be something to sort of think about. If you wanted a tarp, maybe have something coming out of here diagonally. Not entirely sure. Not entirely sure, but it is possible to use tarp as a floor in that case. We'll just knock it away. And since we're hitting cotton with an axe, it's not even cotton though. What is it? Because we make this out of woven leaves. It is a tarp. Or is it? It's cloth. It's roll of cloth. It used to be a tarp. Oh, yeah, because the tarps are the ones you found on the beach and you couldn't make. Ah, all right. So we've tidied up our cocktail bar. We've added the second shelf. We have messed around with the roof. We've made some fuel, and we've sorted the upright. Everything is now fine. It's fine. It's fine. All the medical supplies can be here. As far as the plants go, the plants... Oh, more fruit. Are we hungry? Yeah, a little bit. Yes, medical plants are regrowing. So the aloe vera is regrowing. And the ajuga and the PP. So yes, 3 days. 3 days and more aloe vera. So it'd be worth picking them now. Ready? Yep. If we pick them now, they can regrow every 3 days. So it's a good thing to keep those things clean. Hibbity hoppity. And then one more over here. Boop. So you can use them as decorative items if you want, like we've done on the outside of the house with this one, just to give the outside of the house a little colour. Maybe something you can do. And then in here we can, yes, there's a little bit of PP in there. Right, so we've got PP, ajuga, and aloe. Neat. So if we're going out on a mission and we're coming back and we're like, oh, I'm burning, or oh, I'm bleeding, we can just grab it from the cocktail bar. Or a tin of beans. Cool, excellent. Yeah, I'm still not 100% with the roof, but you know what? It seems to work. Does that actually lights up underneath quite well? Yeah, no, that's fine. So I think we can leave this for the time being. Maybe work on something else next time, but I'm going to leave it there. If you like this, definitely leave a little like. Leave a subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. If you want notifications, dingle the bingle. If you don't want notifications, don't click the bell. And I'll tell you what, I'll catch you next time.
Mr. Sturck, right over here. Ensigns Karn and Acton. What the hell? Ensign McGee? Communications?
Aye, sir.
Mr. Brady? Engineering's right over there.
Thank you, sir. I can't believe this. I've been studying this all my life.
We've heard that before. Mr. Forrester. The command chair.
Aye, sir.
Go on, Captain. Take her out.
Helmsman, impulse power.
Is it? Oh. On a map of my journal. Confirm the map. Oh, right. We literally just picked that one up. Oh, it's his pathway. Got it. Right. Neat.
Yes!
Right, take the path. Like we'll be nearly gone by the time I get across. I'll take it anyway, my dude. I hope this pans out.
These hills are awash with stories. That's what happens when people are driven out. Their stories get left behind. Stray dogs, with no one to take them in.